Thanks very much, Chrissy. So Australian Strategic Materials, we're building a global rare earths and critical minerals business to provide those high-tech metals that are needed for the clean energy transition. And our strategy is to go from mine all the way through to metals. So as Chrissy said, that starts with our project in New South Wales in Dubbo, where we are at advanced stages in developing that project. We will mine, separate and refine there in New South Wales to produce a suite of high purity metal oxides, which can either go direct to customers or can then go through the next step in the supply chain of metallisation in one of our metals plants, the first of which we've already built and it's already in production in Korea, making those high purity rare earth metals and specialist alloys that are the essential constituent of those high performance magnets that are needed for the electric vehicles, the wind turbines, and a number of other of those growth products for the clean energy transition. The last 12 months, we've seen significant progress in securing our debt funding for the Dubbo project with over $1.5 billion of conditional funding committed from ECAs around the world. We have been working very hard on optimising our Dubbo project to deliver CapEx and OpEx savings, and we received $5 million of federal funding just late last year in order to work on the current optimisation work, which I'll give you an update on shortly. But the metals plant in Korea is in production, and again, I'll speak to some of the exciting validation success we've had with building our product customer suite and one of our new metal customers that we've just started delivering to. But the Dubbo project itself is a polymetallic. It has the rare earths, both the light rare earths, the neodymium and the praseodymium, as well as an unusually high proportion of heavy rare earths, the terbium and the dysprosium. It also has three other criticals, the zirconia, the hafnia and the niobium. And we've been developing this project for some time. We have got all our exploration work complete with 70 years of resource identified and our economics based on a 20-year reserve. We are in a Tier 1 jurisdiction. We do have strong financials and we are construction ready. We've got all our environmental approvals in place. And we're at the point where we have contracted with Bechtel to do the final engineering in order to take that through to a bankable feasibility study to be able to support taking a financial investment decision. One of the things, though, that we are just focused on at the moment is there an opportunity for us, instead of doing the whole of the flow sheet that we've been developing some time now, over 17 years of work on this flow sheet with ANSTO, is there an opportunity to do it in phases rather than doing the whole flow sheet with the whole of the product suite in one step? And that really is the work that we're doing at the moment, which we want to complete before we commence that final engineering work with Bechtel. So I just want to dwell on that for a moment. This is the work that the $5 million of federal funding is going toward, and really what we're looking for is an opportunity to have a more rapid implementation pathway by doing the rare earth component of the flow sheet as a first step, getting that up into production, allowing that full integrated supply chain of those oxides to then go on into our metals plants and into the end market, get that established, and then come back and do the zirconia, hafnia and niobium flow sheets as the second phase. The work that we've done to date is we've identified 4 potential options for that rare earth only front end. We have done additional drilling and that the sampling is then being processed at the moment for the variability leach test work that is underway that we are funding with that federal funding that we received. We're also in parallel with doing that test work, doing a work with DRA Global on the CapEx and OpEx estimates, so that in Q2 we would expect to be able to deliver both the leach test work results, but also our initial assessment of those options and whether or not this does actually deliver this more rapid implementation pathway for us. We're also anticipating that what we're going to see is an update to the reserve and resource. We will be working on providing a rare earth only resource statement and reserve, and ideally we'll be seeing an extension to life of mine off the back of that reserve. So that's some of the exciting work we're doing in Dubbo, but I do want to just also touch on the metals plant that we have in Korea. We are the only ASX listed company that is producing rare earth metals and alloys for market today. So this is a very unique capability that we have developed, and we're very proud of this facility in Korea. So you can see there, it is definitely a first world operation that we're running there. And we have been working now for some time on doing the product validations with a number of the both established and emerging magnet producers globally. We are working with producers in Korea, but also in Europe and in the US. And just in the last 6 months, we have completed those product validations with a number of those customers, and we're now at the table talking with them about orders for the next 12 to 24 months to start being able to ramp up into their supply chain. We are also already producing the high purity metals as well as the alloys, and the metals we just announced last quarter a new customer that we've started delivering to Neo Performance to one of their facilities. They've got 3 magnet facilities globally, and again we're in discussions with them about what the ongoing sales forecasts will be for them. In addition to the established products that we have there, we also are developing our own proprietary metallisation technologies, and in particular we're focused at the moment on the commercial scale production of the heavy rare earth metals, the dysprosium and the terbium. These are metals that are very, very difficult to source outside of China at the moment. And in addition to not having very much oxide available for these products, there is only one that I'm aware of, a producer who's got the capability to be able to take it all the way through to metal. So we have got proprietary technology that will produce a very high purity dysprosium and terbium metal, and we are working on taking that to commercial scale later this calendar year. We're very proud of this facility also that it is carbon net zero. We made a target to be carbon net zero from commencement of operation, and we've been able to deliver on that. The momentum globally for rare earths is extremely strong. We are seeing this in both government as well as in the end market off-takers. And I just wanted to talk just for the last minute on just some of the support that we have been seeing internationally. You can see here on the left some of the commitments we've had from export credit agencies for debt funding, nearly $1 billion of funding from the United States, export-import. They've also given us a commitment for up to $50 million to help us with the final engineering work that Bechtel are committing to do for us. So very strong support in the States. And in addition to that export credit support, there's also significant policy that has developed in the US that can extend to investing US funds from the Department of Defence into Australia. And we are in discussions with the Department of Defence on 3 white papers at the moment, 2 of them focused on investment in the Dubbo project, grant investment. But the third one, looking at replicating our Korean metals facility in the States in order to be able to provide that secure supply chain all the way through in for the US domestic market. So that is ASM. We are progressing the funding and the offtakes for our Dubbo project, at the same time really focused on how can we have a more rapid pathway to implementation by focusing on the rare earths first and getting that in up and running, and then doing the rest as a second phase. We're working hard on growing our customer suite in Korea whilst being very tight on our cash management and, as always, committed to our ESG principles. Thanks very much.